Welcome to Beth's Happy Home. Here's another item for your Thanksgiving menu. And this is called frog eye salad. If you've never had it, it sounds kind of repulsive, I admit, but it's called frog eye salad because its base, the basic ingredient is this Acini de Pepe, which is a little tiny bead of pasta. So we're going to start this recipe by cooking and then cooling this pasta. So here we go. This is what it looks like. Just little tiny beads. I've already got my water boiling, so I'll take that off. And I'm only going to do about half of it today. I'm only doing half because there aren't enough people here to eat the amount that this makes, because it makes enough to serve about 20 people. And that's way more than we're going to have. So while that's cooking, it'll only take about 8 minutes to be soft and turn into nice little beads. I'm going to start working on the sauce that goes with it. So we start by draining some pineapple, 1 can of pineapple. Some recipes call for crushed or chunked or tidbits, and so it doesn't matter. It's a matter of what you have and what you prefer. But drain off your pineapple, and then you'll put this into the refrigerator, which I'll do in just a second. And then you want 2 cans of mandarin oranges. So with these 3 cans of fruit, I've got 2 cups of juice. And to that, I'm going to add a half a cup of lemon juice, because you want this really tart. So a half a cup of lemon juice to the liquid from 1 can of pineapple and 2 cans of mandarin oranges. And to that, we will add a teaspoon of vanilla, half a teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and instead of sugar, I am going to use a little bit of pure sucralose powder. Now you can use sugar if you want to. I would add 3/4 of a cup of sugar to this recipe if you're going to use sugar. Instead, today I'm going to use about a 1/4 teaspoon, that's about a 1/4 teaspoon of pure sucralose powder. This is so intensely sweet that it will replace easily that sugar. So I'll whisk this up, and I will cook it on the stove top on a medium heat, stirring constantly until it is nice and thick. And then I'll show you what it looks like at that. Okay, about the same time that the pasta was done, the sauce was done. So I rinsed the pasta, drained it and rinsed it in very cold water because I want it to be cooled off quickly. And you can see how it has kind of a little beady, the texture of beads. And that's why the salad is called frog eyes, because it has the mouthfeel of little beads like frog's eyes would be if someone ever did such a horrible thing as to de-eye frogs and make a salad out of their eyeballs. So, but it's just pasta, perfectly safe. My husband is behind the camera being grossed out by the thought of all those frog eyes. After the pasta, add the sauce right in there and stir it up. So it's a little bit on the soupy side. It'll be just fine once it's chilled, because the sauce is still quite warm. And you want to serve it chilled. This is definitely a chilled, very sweet salad. So stir in the cold fruit, 2 cans of mandarin oranges, and the pineapple. and then cover this and put it in the refrigerator so that it will be chilled completely. And then we'll add in the Cool Whip or whipped cream and the mini marshmallows. So this is a very sweet salad. It's really more like a dessert. I couldn't find pomegranates in the store. They had them on the board as being for sale, but they must have sold out because I couldn't get them yet. Hopefully I'll be able to get them for Thanksgiving. But pomegranates added with the Cool Whip make it really pretty. It just adds a little pop of red color. And you could use dried cranberries if you want to, but there's a lot of cranberry in other recipes for Thanksgiving, and so I would prefer not to use cranberries in this one also, just in case someone doesn't like them and is finding them everywhere. So we'll chill this and then we'll come back and finish it once it's completely cold. Okay, so this frog eye salad has set up as it's cooled. You can see that the sauce that was kind of liquid when I put it in at first is thickened now. And as I said, since there are no pomegranates in the stores right now, I'm going to go ahead and use these dried cranberries to add a little splash of color in with the rest of the salad. And this is a half recipe, as I indicated earlier, and so I'm going to use just half a tub of an 8-ounce tub of whipped topping. You can use whipped cream if that's what you prefer. I like the whipped topping, and so it works just fine. And then this is a 16-ounce package of marshmallows, and I want about a third of that. So I would guess it would be about 6 ounces, give or take some, of mini marshmallows. I'm gonna stir those in. So then you just stir it all up until the whipped cream and the marshmallows and the cranberries or pomegranate seeds. I can't remember the name of what a pomegranate seed is called. It has some sort of a
pomegranate seed.
Nope, it's not called a pomegranate seed. It has a fancy name, but I can't remember what it is. So when you buy a pomegranate, open it up and you'll know what I'm talking about. The pomegranates really do add a nice little flavor pop too in this dish. So you can see it's very sweet because it's got the whipped cream, it's got the sweetened sauce that we sweetened with a sugar alternative. We sweetened it with sucralose in this case. And the fruit and the mandarin oranges were canned in a light syrup also, so it's got it's a very sweet dish. And that's why my grandkids love it, and it's my one son's holiday favorite. He always asks me to make it if I'm serving a fancy meal in his honor. So that's what it looks like. And I'll just take a little bite of it so that you get the idea of whether it's any good or not. Thumbs up. It is very sweet. It's like a dessert. But on Thanksgiving and Christmas, maybe Easter too, you can serve indulgences like this and get away with it and not be considered a horrible grandma.